Are you currently going through a time of like turmoil, chaos? You don't know really what to do anymore? Well, what if I told you that there's a way out of this present situation and it's actually way easier than you think it is? Yes, that's right. And if you don't really know who I am, hi, my name's Mimi. I'm a content creator. I talk about self-development, spirituality, healing. I also happen to be a tarot reader and a spiritual coach. So when I say clarity is like part of my job and what I do, I mean it. But also in my life personally, I've been through a lot of challenges and hardships. I've spiraled into anxiety. I just didn't know what to do anymore. I lost everything, not once, not twice, three times. Three times. So I understand this state of chaos. I understand exactly how you feel right now. But I figured out a way to get out of there. I managed to find tips, tricks, methods, techniques, whatever. And most importantly, I managed to create a system that will get you out of this situation no matter what. You can apply it to any situation. I'm telling you, it works. But of course, before we officially start, I wanted to say, you know what, baby? It's part of the human experience sometimes. Don't beat yourself up. Don't be harsh on yourself for having a little bit of difficulty sometimes. This chaos, this confusion also brings creativity. It brings teachings. It brings lessons. It brings a lot of good things. It brings growth. So don't be harsh on yourself. Don't be harsh on yourself. As a matter of fact, today, I still have moments where I feel genuinely confused and I just don't know what to do anymore. That's just part of the human experience. And especially when it comes to the work that I want to put out there. But another little secret that I have, the secret is I have a little friend that can help. Yep. I have a secret friend, and that friend would be Magic Mind. So Magic Mind is actually a mental performance shot, and it assists you to not only gain mental clarity, but also to keep a steady energy level throughout the day so you do not crash while doing your tasks. Whereas if you were to drink coffee or energy drinks, you would feel like, after the peak, the crash. With Magic Mind, it's entirely steady. There's no stress and it won't affect your sleep quality. The ingredients are also doctor approved. Oh my gosh, I almost messed that up. The doctors approved the ingredients. Whatever, you understand what I'm trying to say. So, and it's actually really good. I was afraid that it would be, I don't know, kind of bitter, I guess, or something, because I was like, the first ingredient is matcha. And even if I'm a matcha girly, sometimes I'm just like, well, matcha can kind of be bitter depending on the quality and stuff like that. But no, it's actually really good. So if you're interested, you can check out my link down below. I have a promo code and everything. I want to thank Magic Mind for not only assisting me, but also assisting you if you're interested. So definitely check that out, and I highly recommend it. It's, like I said, a little secret friend that I use when it's time to get stuff done, and then my brain is kind of foggy and everything, which still happens, like I said. So without further ado, let's jump into the video officially. Now, I have little notes here to make sure that I say everything that I wanted to say. So I have made the system. I'm gonna put it on the screen, don't worry about it. This system has 3 different phases. To make sure that you go through every single one of them, make sure to follow the graph that I'm putting on the screen, okay? Just look at the visuals and you're gonna understand exactly what I'm talking about. So we're gonna start by phase 1, which is, in one keyword, understanding. We have 3 different points, oh my gosh, to talk about with this phase. The first one is self-grounding. Now, when you are feeling stressed out, confused, all of this stuff, you are very, very much out of your mind. What I mean by that is that you are not taking a process of thinking that is rational. You're just kind of spiraling again and again and again and again and again. It's not going anywhere. It's actually proven that a brain that is happy thinks differently than a brain that is like stressed out. So let's take a moment. You gotta start by grounding yourself, whether it's through breathing exercises, meditation, being rooted in the present, I would say also just taking the time to notice your environment, how you feel, and just really grounding yourself into the reality of what's going on right now, to make sure that you're not just in your head being like, what if, what's going on, da, 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 spiraling into this confusion, this anxiety. Okay, and then the other thing that we're gonna do is mapping out what our situation is. How did we get there? What is, quote unquote, there? And how can we get out? So like I said, there's a graph on the screen. Look at the graph on the screen, because it's supposed to help you out. Replace everything that I put on the screen with your own personal challenges or whatever you're going through. You can recreate it on a piece of paper, ideally like on a place where you can watch it regularly. But I would just say map out exactly how did you get here, what's going on currently, and how can we get out of it in theory. So we're not getting too deep with this, because the later we're gonna understand with the other phases that this is just like a mere understanding and being present, and I would say even noticing the situation we are in fully. And after that, we're gonna do a brain dump. So write down everything that is stressing you out, everything that you're thinking about consistently, all the reasons why nothing is working, all of the stuff that is like clouding your mind. Just write everything down. All this clutter in your mind, I want you to put it on a piece of paper. But now you're gonna slowly reread everything that you've written and eliminate, oh my gosh, that's such a hard word, eliminate the ones that do not really make sense, or that are just kind of like fear-based, so that are kind of, I would say, not fully irrational, because I believe all fears come from somewhere, but fears that are not really grounded in reality or what's going on right now. Slowly take them out. And then with what you have left, your actual concerns and worries on which you can act on and that are making more sense, we're going to explore them and see exactly, okay, what is it about this that is worrying me? What is it specifically that I struggle with? So for example, if one of your worries is, I'm afraid that I'll lose my job, okay, what is it exactly that makes me worried or afraid that I'm going to lose my job? We're just gonna keep on diving further without giving into the emotion of fear. We're just exploring them as like a mere concept. And then when this is done, we get into phase 2, which is implementing. Now that we kind of understand, okay, this is how I got here, this is what's going on in my head, this is my current situation, this is how I think I can get out of it, this is what I analyze, we got all the data, it's time to implement it. So first of all, set intentions. What is it that you desire specifically? I know you don't want to just get out of your situation. Maybe you want to be more at peace, maybe you want to change careers, maybe you want to, all of that good stuff. What is your current intention? And then we're going to figure out what these intentions, okay, what could be an obstacle. So for example, let's say that one of your intentions is, okay, I want to be more at ease, I want to be more stress-free. What is a possible obstacle that could come up in your path and stop you from feeling this way? Maybe it's the job that you have currently, maybe it's relationships around you that don't make you feel really good, maybe it's mindsets and patterns that you have, the way that you speak to yourself, the news that you consume, whatever. Identify these obstacles. It's really important to not leave them out, because we do not want to bury our hand into the sand and just wish for the best. And once you identify these possible obstacles, we're going to figure out solutions. That's right, we got solutions, because we're solution based in this house. We're solution based. We do not give into the doom, the pessimism, the anxiety, all of that. No. And then we're going to start planning. That's like the important thing about this whole process, is planning. How can we translate these intentions into concrete actions? And how can we make sure that we are comfortable throughout this process? So for example, if you feel stuck with your current health, you're like, I have health problems, I don't feel good about my body, about this, maybe your intention is, okay, I want to start working out more. Maybe the obstacle is the gym is far away, I don't have a lot of motivation, da 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 da. Solutions could be I can work out at home. I can have accountability buddies, da 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 da. How can I translate that into concrete actions? That would be your working out plan, setting up your gear in front of you where you can see it, where you can access it easily. And then we want to make sure that you're comfortable through this process. So don't push yourself being like, I'm gonna do 2 hours of working out every single day, da da da. We are solution oriented, like I said. We respect our limits. We also respect our strengths. So for example, if you love to listen to podcasts in the morning, you can slowly implement gentle workouts through your morning routine while listening to your little podcasts. And this is how we're going to make sure that you're still comfortable, that you're respecting your limits, because you're not superhuman. Just will and motivation will not get you very far. And this is how we're going to translate everything into concrete actions. It's important to have a plan because sometimes things just don't happen the way that we intended for them. So having a little plan or a strong idea to make sure that we are still on track always will assist you. Having a strategy. And another thing that I would highly suggest is make a priority list. So if you have multiple intentions or multiple things that you want to focus on that are making you feel stuck, prioritize what is making you feel the worst and what is most urgent to react to or to act on right now. And then once this is all figured out, we're gonna go through consistency. Track your progress. See, okay, is this working? Can I modify it? So for example, our working out example again, if you're like, I don't really work out in the morning. Okay, maybe you could work out at night. And maybe when you try different ways and you track how much progress you're making and everything, this is again based in data, we're gonna see exactly how you can stay consistent, because consistent effort will get you out of the situation of feeling stuck. Just taking action will assist you to see the paths and different options way better. So take also a habit of reflecting, but also relaxing, because you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to push yourself consistently to a point where you are exhausted and you cannot keep on going. Now, remember what I said earlier when I said your brain behaves differently whether it is stressed or happy. The paths that it takes to think and reflect are different, which is why we are highlighting the necessity of resting, relaxing, recuperating, and adjusting. Because even though we are actively taking action, implementing these things, you do not want to burn yourself out, because then you're going to get back to the beginning. And another thing, habit of reflecting. I would highly suggest journaling, or like I said earlier, I said tracking your progress. This could be made through journaling. If you're not a journal person and you're like, I don't know, I still suggest that you try it, because it doesn't have to be crazy. It doesn't have to be a very extreme practice where you write 3 pages a day or whatever. It can be very simple, but taking a habit of reflecting on where you are, how much progress you've made, what works, what doesn't work, if you're still up to your intentions, did your intentions change throughout this process? Did you learn something new? It will 100% assist you to smoothly transition into the last phase, which is phase 3, maintaining. So when it comes to maintaining, we just want to have this kind of steady line, because when it comes to self-development, when it comes to changing your life or whatever, it feels like we hit a low. Without this low, we wouldn't want to make change. So it's okay if we have a low. We have a low and then we have a curve, and it's all the motivation and how hyped we feel at the beginning of this journey. We're like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I want to do this. I want to do that, da, da, da. And then it slowly crashes. And we're wanting to avoid that, because the crash will bring you back to the beginning, like I said. So when it comes to maintaining, I would consider just taking care of your health, because it's way easier to have a steady, good process when you feel good and everything. Now, I know not everyone has the same health issues, not everyone has the same conditions, but overall it would just be like, have a good sleep, at least sleep quality or sleep enough time. I would say regular exercise, even if it's just going for a 15-minute walk, taking foods that are nutritious, and they don't have to be super expensive. Like, there's very cheap foods that can give you the vitamins and nutrients that you need. I would highly suggest taking proteins, especially in the morning, protein-rich foods when you wake up, so it helps you to feel more sustained throughout the day. I would consider just taking care of your whatever, like, emotional and mental stability, prioritizing your peace, making sure that you are feeling at least above water, okay? Because I know that it can be still a stressful situation, this entire process, but at least making sure that you are not drowning into all of these emotions, and making sure that you are taking care of yourself. So whether it's through managing stress or keeping an even and balanced energy level throughout your week, throughout your days, just little tips and tricks like that. Because once again, it's way easier to process correctly when your body, your mind is like in the right place. And I know, again, not everyone can do it in the way that I'm talking about. Not everyone has the same conditions. So do really what works for you and what makes you feel good. Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk about is guidance. And this is at the end because I feel like something that we do a lot when it comes to taking action, blah, blah, blah. We take a lot of advice from people. Something I've learned about advice is, my sweet dear child, okay? If you have a plumbing issue, are you going to go to like a plumber or an accountant? A plumber, right? Because they know what they're talking about. We don't really apply that when it comes to changing our lives or obtaining goals that are very dear to our hearts. We kind of just ask around, and whoever gives you advice, you're like, okay, that's advice. There's people, they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know. They're not trying to get where you're trying to get. They don't understand the vision that you have. They have maybe a different approach. They have a different mindset. They set limitations on you that they're dealing with. When it comes to seeking guidance, do it at the end. Do it after you've started taking action, because if you're perpetually in a state of planning and trying to get the information, you're never going to get anywhere. Action starts because you took action, right? And seeking support, I would say it could be through content creators, podcasts, YouTubers, whatever. There's so much information online to help you if you're going through a specific blockage, if your journey is, there's things that you're still figuring out, that you're still learning or whatever. It's okay. It's absolutely fine. Once again, be patient with yourself, but you don't want to go back to No, it would be like the beginning stage where you're feeling confused again and you're like, okay, there's something not working out for me in this journey, and now I just don't know what to do again. Ask for help, seek for guidance. Where can you find guidance? Like I said, online, there's a lot of great, beautiful, amazing creators that can assist you with whatever you're going through. And I would say also, if you need maybe like a therapist, a doctor, professional help, consider that definitely. You can have friends, loved ones to assist you, or at least to just keep you motivated, keep you inspired, help you with certain blockages or obstacles that you're meeting. If you have any kind of blockage when it comes to your spiritual journey, to your emotional inner world, to change your life or whatever, you can absolutely consider my services on Miracle.click. I've done that for a lot of people, and I'll do it again for you, and I'm happy to assist if that's what you feel called to. Now, another great thing would be, just don't take it personal if you're not a believer or whatever, but this is still a spiritual channel, so of course I'm going to talk about spirituality. When it comes to hardships and things that we experience, don't be afraid to ask to like the universe and your spirit guides to assist you. Never in my life I've been like, oh my god, this is so hard, universe help me, and I've received nothing. There's always some kind of little clue or message, or like straight up very concrete steps and plans to take action. There's always something that can be given. So do not be afraid to just ask for how to if you believe in a god, if you have a specific person or deity that you work with, don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. You don't have to do this alone. And finally, my closing point, which I've said a million times, but I just feel like it could be a good reminder, is quite literally be patient with yourself. Even though we have all this system, this method, this very planned out system, no, not system, anyways, even though we have all of that, it's normal if sometimes we still kind of struggle. There's days where it's going to be harder, there's days where it's going to be easier, and this is why I said it multiple times in the video, because I want you to be patient with yourself. I would rather have you be like, okay, I'm making mistakes, okay, this was kind of hard, okay, I'm not feeling it today, instead of just, I'm giving up, oh, this is not working, this is not meant for me, I'm not doing a good job. Be patient, be kind, and allow yourself to receive the results in a timing that feels right to you. Do not rush through this process. Feel your way through the turmoils, the chaos, and slowly but surely with the system, you're gonna feel much better. Slowly and surely, maybe not overnight, but hey, that's the system that I've created. If this helped you out, perfect. And if you want more resources, you can definitely check out my other links. I have a podcast where we talk about a lot of spirituality and self-healing and all that beautiful stuff. You can check out my other videos. You can also check out my website with all of my offers. All of my services are there. You can book me, and or if you're interested, I have a little ebook, a little guide that is very accessible, very easy to understand if you're looking to harness your inner power. Self-empowerment is the topic of this ebook, and I would highly recommend it, especially if you're watching this video and you feel like everything I've been saying kind of resonates with you. I would highly suggest it. So thank you so much. Appreciate it. Love all of your beautiful support, and I hope that you're gonna figure this one out, because hey, I got there. I was stuck once before, but I'm telling you, there's a way out, especially with this technique. Thank you to Magic Mind for sponsoring this video, of course, and honestly, once again, I highly do recommend it. I've been taking Magic Mind for I don't think 2 weeks, and it works great. It's actually really great. I do enjoy this product quite a lot, especially for me, like as a creative, there's a lot of things that I need to get done, and as someone who gets kind of anxious easily, this never affected me in any negative way. If my sleep schedule wasn't too crazy, I would say it doesn't affect my sleep. It doesn't, but I'm the one ruining my sleep schedule, not the caffeine and not Magic Mind. So highly suggest. Once again, I would definitely recommend that you check out the link down below with my code, all of the good stuff, if you want to just try it out and see, you know, how it works for you, how it can assist you, and how it can maybe possibly transform your life. So much love, many blessings. Goodbye, guys. Wishing you the best of the best, and once again, I'll see you in my next video.